G'day folks, Andy here from McDowall Manor. Thought I'd have a quick chat about being frugal. So tonight we're having salad, so I've collected a whole bunch of my Kangkong. That'll go with a Moroccan split chicken, and the chicken I got for just over $5, so it was 50% off. Was used by that day, so I just shoved it in the freezer until I was ready to use it. Might also put some mint in that salad, and some pears, oddly enough. I'll peel and chop some pear. I quite like chopped fruit in a salad. Makes it kind of more interesting, adds to the texture, adds to the sweetness. Probably a little Asian bent, I guess. Now, I don't want you thinking that being frugal means you eat crap. So in that salad we do have some bought things. Yes, of course we go to the shop. I've got mushrooms, I have a Lebanese cucumber, I have an avocado, and there's the pear that I'm going to put in there as well. If I want to, I've got a ton of cherry tomatoes that I grew I could throw in, but we tend not to put tomato in our salad for some reason. Don't know why. So that's about $4 worth, I guess, of stuff that I bought to go in the salad. Add that to the $5 that we paid for the chicken, and I'm going to feed 3 adults for less than $10. You couldn't complain about that, honestly. And no, it's not crap food, it's actually really bloody good food. There you go, that's the end result of the salad and chicken. Not half bad, eh? Now I've still got a quarter of a chicken and salad left over. So I have in fact fed the family for 3 adults for less than $10. You've got to be happy about that. And it's really bloody good salad, let me tell you. So even though we're talking about frugal, I'm not going to talk about the bleeding obvious, where I grow stuff so I don't have to buy salad greens, and I've got eggs from the chickens and the quails, I've got the fish, I've got fruit and veg coming on. That's obvious. Anyone that thinks about frugal will know, well, yeah, of course. So what I'll talk about is the stuff that's not quite so obvious. So I'm also, since it's so bloody hot, I'm also enjoying a glass of lovely cold ginger beer that was made here on the manor. That is a bean and ham soup. Yes, I know normally it's pea and ham, but I don't grow peas, but I do grow a lot of Madagascar beans, as you well know. So I've used the old ham bone that we had at Christmas and cooked up a beautiful big pot of bean and ham soup. Now we're in the middle of a bloody heat wave over here, so it's far too hot to be eating any sort of soup. So what I'll do is I'll freeze that. I wanted to use what meat was left on the bone for the ham, and I think I've done that pretty damn well. When I made the soup, there was some fat on the top. You know, once it cools down you scrape the fat off. That's pretty standard when you make a soup that uses meat. So I'll put that in the dogs' bowls. The kibble will get soaked in that. So even the fat won't get wasted. The bloody dogs will love it. Just don't give them too much would be my advice. You'll make them crook or fat, one or t'other. There's a couple of loaves of mouldy bread. I periodically get leftover bread from the bakery. No, it's not mouldy when I get it, but if I leave it for too long it goes mouldy, or if it won't fit in the freezer. So some of that will go in the compost. The top loaf I've been putting in a food processor, grinding it up and feeding it to the chickens. They love it. Now in case you're thinking, oh, Jesus, I could never live like that, bloody Andy's crazy. Well, in fact, it's pretty much good for the river cottage, it's good for Andy. Love your leftovers, folks. Look at that. I was just looking at my sourdough starter. I'm thinking I'll feed it up and tomorrow I'll make a loaf of sourdough. And I was thinking, well, actually that's the flip side of frugal. Because I guess most people might think that because I make my own bread that it's cheaper, because I make my own cheese it's got to be cheaper. Well, it's actually more expensive. But the reason I do it is because my cheese is better than anything I can buy in the shop, and my bread's better than anything I can buy in the shop. So it's probably unfrugal, but nonetheless, I like doing it for one thing. You know, it gives me a bit of a joy. And like I say, the taste of homemade is just so much better. So here's another frugal. I've got 3 packets of this chicken mince. So instead of $7 for the 500 grams, I got it for $2.40. Like I say, I got 3 of them, so that's 1.5 kilos. And that's going to turn into Thai chicken patties, which will be frozen and kept in the freezer until we need to use them. I was going to turn them into Thai chicken sausages, but Rosie's gone off the sausages a bit, so even though it's exactly the same mince mix with herbs and spices and stuff, she'd rather have the patties. Well, you've certainly picked a good time to turn up, haven't you? Here we are, we've bagged up, I ended up with 19 rissoles, so that's 1.5 kilos of chicken mince for $6.50, which isn't bad, is it? No, $7.50. $7.50, and ended up with 19 big fat rissoles. Beautiful, beautiful. But the other thing that's also happening is we're going to pull out the sourdough. And there you have a loaf of sourdough cooked at home. Like I say, I mean, I could probably buy normal old sliced white bread for $1 at some of the big chain stores. Got no idea how much this actually cost me to make. Really, it's just a bit of rye flour and a bit of plain ordinary flour, a bit of starter that I made myself. But I've got to tell you, it's a damn sight nicer than the $1 bread you get from the big name stores. In fact, that's looking pretty damn good. I'll try my best to cool it without eating it. But you can see I've amused myself with the different coloured seeds. There's sesame seeds and nigella seeds. I can see by looking in the cut here, it's beautifully textured. So being frugal doesn't mean you have to eat crap food, folks. In fact, most of the time we're eating gourmet over here.